Welcome back, everybody. I think it's been a week since I've been on my own channel, but here we are, back with another Corvette DP race in ASSETTO CORSA with Sim Racing System. This week we are at Silverstone on the GP circuit. I've been practicing today for the first time. I am 2 seconds off the pace of the GT Panama guys who have been generously hosting a practice server for this series, and for, I think, every series in this season. That's been really great. DP. Let's jump to the sim. Hi, everybody. Yay. Got my IMSA hat on for the IMSA cars, even though we're at Silverstone. About 30 seconds till the session opens up. If you didn't catch me on Sim Racing Online UK's YouTube channel on Saturday doing the commentary for the RSS GT1 series, that was fun. That was a good time. I really have started enjoying doing commentary. I kind of got into it as just, gosh, it might be fun, and it really has been. And looking forward to wrapping up that series in 2 weeks when they have their finale at Laguna Seca. That will be over on SRO's channel. And I should be joined by their normal commentator, Caitlin Penny. We'll be tag teaming that race. Oh, come on. Come on, content manager. Don't get so confused. I think it's actually the SRS tie-in and content manager fighting each other. But let's begin. Nice screenshot there from the RS01 series. Did I find my ID and stuff? No. No. So for everybody who isn't in the Oppo Plus group on MeWe, I got a new job. Couldn't find any of my personally identifying information for the onboarding process. Ended up having to drag I randomly found my birth certificate, which I didn't even know I had. It was just stuck in it was stuck in a folder with all of the documents from my wedding. I don't know how it got there. Last I ever heard of it, it was in a briefcase in a safety deposit box. I shouldn't even have had it. But I did, and it's a good thing because every other identifying document of mine had just buggered off. And for some reason, ASSETTO CORSA is not showing up. That's awesome. That's exactly what I needed right now. Okay, well, press the reset button for new skins. That's fine. Can we get ASSETTO CORSA, please? That would be great. Come on. Show the game. There we go. Now it's working. I don't get life sometimes. But yeah, so the good news is I have a job again. I'll be starting a week from today. So it will have been 7 weeks since I had an income by the time I start. So that's been pretty stressful, to say the least. But it has all worked out for the best, I guess, or for the better anyway. And I tell you what, I'm fortunate in that I'm basically a stingy, frugal bastard and don't spend any money if I don't have to, which has helped me accumulate enough savings that this wasn't like a complete life-ending disaster. But a family of 4 burns down savings at just a pants-soiling rate. Watching my bank account this last 6 weeks has been pretty terrifying. But it's all good now. And yay, job. Pretty excited. Should be fun. Certainly beats unemployment. And it should be interesting work. So, not going to argue. On the other hand, if Radio Le Mans was ever to see one of my sim racing broadcasts and wants to hire me for IMSA, that would pretty much be living the dream. So, you know, tell your friends. Oh, yeah. Well, it's even worse. Like if you have an accident that takes you out of work, it's even worse. Because not only do you have the loss of income, but you have like the constant stream of bills you never knew you'd have. You know, it's like not only is my income gone, my expenses are surprisingly higher. I'm incurring expenses I never thought I'd have. So, yeah, I don't envy you that situation. But, you know, these things pass eventually. And I have a job and can stop sitting up every night worrying about where my children's next meal is going to come from. I have a real problem in this car seeing where that turn-in is. Whoa, jeez! And then, of course, I focused so hard on that car on the outside of the track that I was just like, oh, right, the track goes that way. So I've been practicing on the GT Panama practice server. And by the way, if any of you are watching this, now or in the future, thanks for setting those up. It's been really fun to jump on with you guys and practice. I'm 2 seconds off the pace of everybody on there. So this race will be about surviving and not getting into the wrecks that I will undoubtedly be around in the middle of the field. And hoping I'm around at the end of the race with a car that's mostly in one piece. Silverstone is fun. The car feels good. I'm just 2 seconds slower than everybody, and I don't know where to find the time. I'm losing an entire second in Sector 1. I'm guessing it's in Turn 4, whatever it's called. Because I can't see it. Like, I just can't see where to turn in, and that's a problem when you're going 100 miles an hour. So the car feels good. I'm just incompetent at driving it, which, you know, whatever. Everybody knew that. Here's a 159. I mean, it's an okay time, but everybody else is turning like 155s. Unfortunately, Gene will not be joining us again. He is just back from an awesome trip to Japan. Super jealous of that. But his body is still on 12 hours from now time. And so, where is the sound from the game? The sound from the game is turned off because I forgot to turn it back on again. Thank you for reminding me. Now we should be able to hear the game as well. I am super bad about that. Only the most professional streaming here. Everybody wants to hear that Corvette rumble. This is one of the better...
Pit exit's clear. We've got 9 minutes to get the job.
Well, the A-pillar is huge and it has like roll bars all around it. I was talking to Gene earlier tonight about how I just can't see my way. Oh, it's called the Loop. Okay, according to the track names thing in the corner. I told Gene that I was having trouble seeing through that corner. He's like, "Oh yeah, I just used the roof cam."
Left front into turn 4.
Like, cheater. This is a sim. Where's my immersion? He's like, nah, I just use a roof cam. Alright, whatever, fair enough. I mean, this is the sort of thing that would be instantly cured by triples or VR or whatever. but ain't nobody got time or money for that. Now, I'm sitting here trying to give this guy room in front of me, and the car behind me is crawling on my butt. What are the chances that this guy is going to back off and give me room rather than just fighting me all the way through the corner? Mathieu Fauché. Oh, he's just gonna... Okay. Maybe he's watching. I don't know. Thanks, man. My cynicism stands corrected. Thanks. I take it all back. Oh no! Oh no!
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
And that's what happens in this car. He's like, I'm fine, I'm spinning. Alright, let's get a lap in. Oh yeah. Well, it figures Half-Life 3 is finally confirmed, and it's a VR game.
You're locking your right front into turn 3.
Yeah, I distracted myself earlier. The sounds for this car, like the in-car sounds, are fantastic. If you're listening outside the car, like the transition from on throttle to off throttle, it's kind of terrible. Like the sounds are convincing, but they don't match. It's weird. But the in-car sounds are fantastic. And it drives well. One lap on the books at least.
Sector 2 time is good. The leader has just done a 2:00.5. You're locking your right front going into Stowe. Pasha, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up. P9.
On your left, clear left.
Oh, don't squander my goodwill, man. So I just threw my lap away, and he just spun in front of me. This is how you repay me on the day of my... not daughter's wedding. She's 8.
That's 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes.
Speaking of mobs, how about The Irishman, huh? I haven't seen it. So much buzz about that series, or movie, I guess. I'm interested. Wow.
Yellow flag. The leader has just done a
154. Oh my god.
Sector 2 is 1.3 off the pace.
The good news about the series that Gene and I have been running is that it seems to have attracted the best of the best. The bad news is, we seem to have attracted the best of the best, and I am not in that category.
P13. Yellow flag, watch out.
Here's the thing, like, I'm going around here as fast as I dare. In my obviously not expert opinion, the car feels good. Like, I'm putting it where I want to put it. I'm 4 seconds off the pace. Like,
Yellow flag, keep your wits
where
about
would
you,
I
mate.
find
Sector
it?
one is
Like, I don't even know where to
1.1 off the
look.
pace. You're looking your left front, braking for Brooklands.
It just blows my mind how much faster some of these people are.
The leader's just done a 154.1.
One of the things I started trying to do,
Sector 2 is
and it kind of gets back to what I was saying about the in-car sounds, is that
just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
I have perfect pitch. So one of the things I try to do is like gauge how fast I'm going by the pitch of the engine. So if the in-car sounds are good, like, it really helps when I'm driving.
Yellow flag, 13th place. The car ahead has just done a 156.2.
I mean, I still have to drive well. That's all. That's the missing ingredient. But it really helps with consistency when you're listening for a particular engine, like a literal engine note.
Sector 1 is 0.9 off the pace.
I'm about to set a PB here if I keep my act together. It's so funny, like, this happens so often on Sim Racing System. Like, I have set up a practice server with the identical settings to SRS,
The leader has just done a 153.7.
and still, every time I join one of these races, the conditions feel different, and usually for the better.
Sector 2 is 1.1 seconds off the pace. Checker flags out, P14.
P14 out of how many? Oh, don't throw away the lap! Oh. Still 14th.
14th.
Well, yep, I suck. Jeez.
That's
Wow.
the end of the session, P14.
Let's catch up to chat. Roof cam, no. Bumper cam, yeah. I don't know. I like the immersion. I like feeling like I'm in the car, even if it hurts my lap time. Like there's an MX-5 series running right now. And I just got my H pattern, Logitech H pattern shifter. This little guy. I am slower by about half a second, at least, sometimes a full second, using the H pattern instead of faking it with the flappy paddles. But I use the H pattern because it's fun. And the cars that you have an H pattern shifter in real life, I'm like, yeah, let's row. And do I suck? Yeah, but whatever, it's fun. That's what it's about. You know, I don't have any illusions about being in the GT Sport World Cup or any of that stuff. I'm just a guy with, I mean, I don't think this is literally the cheapest wheel available. But it's a good one though. It's, you know, G29. I'm satisfied with it. But, oh great, now I'm 15th. Jeez. Wow. I set my personal best ever with this car and track in this session, and I am 3.3 seconds off the pace per lap. This is what it feels like to be completely outclassed. And this is my series. Like, my logo is literally on the banner for this series, and I'm getting spanked. But you know,
20 minutes.
This kind of thing is it's the same deal as like the Learned League trivia competition that I'm in. As part of that site, I'm involved in a league of nothing but former Jeopardy players, and I routinely get spanked in that group. But I do it. I join it every year because there's something to be said for punching above your weight. You know, entering into a competition where you know you're outclassed, and you just do it anyway because when you finally pull off that win, it means a lot. When you beat somebody that, you know, every win is an upset.
Green.
Anyway,
Vidal is now leading.
now we're racing. And we're hitting.
Yellow flag, caution.
Clear left. On your left. Clear left. Left side. Hold your line. Clear left. Car left.
I'm just going to trace the outside line
Hold your
here.
line.
Oh! I'm going to try to trace the outside line and fail miserably. Nope, that's not how to rejoin.
Left side. Clear left.
All right, Asher, decent start. We can build something from here.
I have no visibility into what just happened. I'm just driving and surviving. I'm back in 14th. All that drama and nothing has changed. Lots of smoke. But no crash.
The gap behind
Alright,
is now
I'm okay with this. I seem to be faster than this guy through here. I'll remember that.
The gap to Russell in front is now 0.5.
That's Will Russell. Have I raced with him before? The name sounds familiar. Maybe just because I race with Wills and Russells. Why is he on his brakes? No!
On your right. Clear right.
Well, that was exciting.
Leaving
the pits. What?
Yellow flag. Relax. Focus. Keep it
Relax?
smooth, P13.
Jim, have you been watching? Who can relax? I'm in 12th somehow. Somebody just rage quitted. Didn't catch who it was.
Okay, Pasha, don't let this guy distract you.
I think the guy behind me is the one that spun out on lap 1 from like second place. Oh, it's Emiliano. Cool. He is in fact 2 seconds faster than me in practice.
The leader has just done a 154.0.
I stayed off to the side because I really couldn't trust him. He looked like he was doing something crazy there.
V12.
On your right. Still there.
Compromised my line there, trying to give him room.
Yellow
I think he
flag,
binned it.
watch out.
Car right. Clear right.
I just want a clean race. I just want to survive.
Car right.
I want to see the checkered flag with no damage.
Still there. Still there. Clear right.
Compromise my line there. I'm going to lose this spot too.
Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear right.
Nope, nope, nope. Saved it. Shush.
In the lines.
Car right. Clear right.
You're locking your left front into Brooklands. 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
Well, that was exciting. Can't believe I saved the car. I was able to use the clutch to keep the car from driving itself around. Couldn't have done that with my old pedal set,
Gap to Vidal. Ahead is now 0.9.
which literally did not have a clutch pedal. Ah, screwed that up.
The gap behind is now 0.4.
Oh, that's John Crane behind me. One of the many excellent drivers from Pro Sim Racing. And Simpit. Undoubtedly cursing his stars for being stuck behind me.
Come on, man, this is disappointing. There's decent pace in this car.
In the car, yes. But Jim, remember who's driving. No!
Right side.
No!
Clear right.
Dang it!
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
Now I have a barbecued left rear tire.
Car left. Clear left.
Somehow lost only 2 positions in that mess. Whoa! Was that Sean?
Tires are cold.
See what I mean about this car just randomly spinning on you? That was Sean. Oh no, dude! How did he find himself backwards in the wall?
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
I'm amazed I didn't get hit sitting in the middle of the corner like that. Vidal is out. Is he ahead of me?
The leader's just done a 153.5.
153. Jeez. Unbelievable.
The gap in front is now 1.2.
Russell again.
V14.
Can't see him. There he is. Could have gone for the over-under, but I couldn't see him. Even with Helicorsa, I couldn't see him.
Yellow
Ah,
flag.
got him to drive in deep. There we go. Mind punt.
Car right, clear right.
Got lucky on the return stroke there. He could easily have hit me.
Incident in left field. We think it might be Lopez.
I'll take what I can get. My lap times may be miserable, but I'm working through the field.
The gap behind is now 1.3 seconds. Your tire temperature's
Just
look
barely
good.
halfway through now. And I've scalded my engine in the downshifts. That's wonderful.
Okay, Pasha, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. Come on, let's put this hard work to good use. That's half distance. Fuel levels are fine. V12.
Can I have one drama-free lap, please? I can't find this corner. So frustrating. It's like I know I have to turn, but I don't know where.
The gap in front has increased. It's now about 6.9 seconds.
I'm halfway inclined to just let Jay go if he catches me. I just don't want to get tangled with him. Not that he's a dirty driver, he's not. Like, I'm liable to make a mistake and send my car into him, and I don't want to do that. It's like, I don't want to do that to him. It's like in the long NASCAR races where the commentators are like, this guy really needs a caution, and then the guy causes the caution. Like he wrecks out or cuts a tire or whatever. And it's like, well, he really needed a caution, except he's the reason for it. .57, that's not quite as pathetic.
That lap was a 157.7. That's your quickest lap in this session.
Only 4 seconds off the leader's pace. Jeez. God, where is that corner? I even widened my field of view before this race to try and get a better view around that A-pillar, and it's just hopeless. Yeah, Jay's gonna get me here. And he's gonna hit me here. I mean, I brake early, but...
On your left, clear
That's
left.
exactly what I was trying to prevent.
The next car
He was
is
running right up my
Lopez.
tailpipe, and I was like, okay, fine. Maybe he'll cut inside. Nope, he's just gonna run into me. No. He wasn't expecting me to brake there and just had nowhere to go. We can look at it in replay, but it's just, he had a run on me, and it's just in the wrong place.
Okay, Pasha, you've used half your fuel. The gap to Lopez ahead.
So now, on top of all this, we'll both have an incident point for no reason. Whatever. And we both lost this place to Lopez, who was recovered. More team points for GT Panama here. If there was such a thing in SRS.
13th place.
Which corner am I at? I got lost. It's the problem with a course with two front straights. You get confused as to which one you just got to. I cannot see that corner at all. I'm losing a second per lap because of it.
The gap behind has now decreased to 2.1 seconds. He's faster than you.
He's faster than me into everything, Jim. As is almost the entire field.
5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
See, that's the maddening thing. Like, I'm doing as well as I can. The car feels good. It feels fast. I'm setting decent pace for me. And it just sucks compared to everybody else. And I don't know where to find the improvement. Like, I could tweak the setup, but the setup feels good to me. I'm putting the car where I want to put it. It just is apparently wrong. Really have to be patient with the throttle. Go! Oh, that's too much curb.
The lap time was at 1:57.9. Ten minutes of fuel remaining.
Now I can't let Jay by because there's somebody behind him. You lose one space and you lose two. And it's Sean, so you know he's going to be fast and run away.
Push, 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 or we'll lose this place.
Did Jay bin it again? He just let Sean through. It's not Jay's night.
The gap to Lopez ahead is now 2.0 seconds.
Oopsie, wide there. She's gonna stay inside and let Sean through.
On your right. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear right.
The funny thing in free practice is that I was setting purple sectors on certain parts of the course, and then I got to other parts and I was a second behind. Like,
That's 2 minutes left.
how can I
2
be the
minutes.
fastest person on track and still be a second off the pace in each sector?
14th.
It's like everybody's in on a secret but me. And they're not telling. Maggots, Beckett's, and Chapel is really one of the most fun complexes in racing. Decreasing S-curves. The flow through those three corners is just so great. When you get it right, it's so satisfying. Oh, good.
Last lap. That lap was a 156.7. That's your best lap in the session.
Oh, sorry, Jay. Didn't mean to lead you astray there. He did everything he could to not hit me and ended up losing time.
You're pulling away from the guy behind. The gap's now 2.2 seconds.
Oh, that was way early. Oops. Luke's guy has already won the race. Incredible. Oopsie. I'm wide.
That's 5 minutes of fuel left.
Which means that's going to compromise Chapel. Or Beckett's. There's Chapel. Whew. So I guess lap 1 will be interesting.
I think P2's binned it in. Abby. P13. There's the checkered flag.
Woof. Well, that was something. That was something. I don't know. It's a fun car, fun track. I'm apparently not great. Kept your quality position. I think I did too. Yep, 14th. I gained an incident point, but other than that, basically could have stopped after quali. Let's go to the replay. Watch that lap 1. I'm not real interested in what happened between me and Jay because that was on me. I braked early and he just ran right up my tailpipe because he had nowhere to go. That's not on him. Yeah, I didn't wreck the car much. Well, I did spin it once. But, I mean, there's one of the things you pick up, I guess, when you get older. I don't know. It's like there's room for me to be okay and for these people to be way better than me at the same time. Like, I'm okay, but these guys are good. No biggie. Yeah, I knew as soon as it happened. Like, I braked early, and there was nothing else that could have happened there. That was as much on me as on you, man. So let's watch this this opening lap. What the pit starter was doing? Oh, yeah. Did somebody start with from the pits? Is that what it was? I guess Vidal was starting from the pits. Did he make it out ahead of everybody? Hang on. Ooh, geez. Well, I guess that's what happened on lap 1 to Emiliano. I want to go to that green car. Where is it? There it is, right? Why is it not clicking to him? There we go. Valenstein. Okay, that's interesting livery. What's up, Vince? Let's see what happens here. He's all the way on the apron. Hits once, hits twice. That was just dumb. What was that? I mean, yeah, you've got to run, but you're really gonna take it 3 wide into T1 on the apron? Really? I mean, I get it. This guy gets a great start, but to go on the apron into T1 on lap 1 takes it. You already hit him on the straight, and then oh wow, Daniel Vidal got out ahead of everybody by starting from the pits. Look at that. Oops, I'm going backwards. That's why I couldn't make sense of what was going on. Look at this. Daniel Vidal qualifies where? Looks like he's in 2-4, what, 10th? He's like right in front of me, isn't he? Well, maybe not right in front, but yeah. So he starts 10th or 11th. I don't think he started before the lights. I can put the clock up and, well, I can see the clock. Oh, he did. But he doesn't cross the start line before the lights, I guess. Yeah, I think he jumped the start, but even so, like, he makes it out right at the front of the field. I mean, it's a safe entry, but what in the world? That's interesting. I didn't realize you could cheat so bad legally at Silverstone. All right. So what does Valenstein keep doing? He took Videla out. It's a cool livery. Yeah, definitely not expecting a car to be popping out of the pits at the start. I mean, you can start from the pits, it's not a big deal, but yeah, I think he jumped the start then. Because the replay starts at exactly a minute, and he was moving at 55 seconds, so I think he did jump and get a, hey, that's you. Shouldn't have hit Emiliano at the start, but otherwise, it's cool livery. Yeah, it's weird, like, if you hit escape during the start sequence and say back to pits, you get a penalty. But if you just hit the warp to pits button, you generally don't. I've noticed that doing the commentary stuff. Like, because I'm gridded along with all the drivers, so as soon as it switches to race session, I'll jump in the car and then immediately hit the warp to pits button, and that sends me to the pits usually without a penalty. Whereas, like, when Caitlin does it for the other broadcasts, by hitting the back to pits option in the menu, it assesses a penalty. Like the 30-second, control is locked, yada, yada, yada. It's kind of weird. Anyway, so there's Emiliano again. Let's, I don't remember, like, there were a couple of things that went really weird at the start. I want to actually watch, like, up near the front. Was it Kirilov that spun at the start, or was it somebody else? I know it was a red car. The cameras here are terrible. I should just hook up Joy-Cam and, like, do it that way. I'm just gonna watch from my own car. I went way wide here. Oh, hit the DRS sign. Nice styrofoam taking flight effect. Way to go, Kunos, for modeling styrofoam physics. Speed it up to double speed. Whee, smoke. That's a cool shot. There was one lap where, like, everybody wrecked out. It was weird. Like, there was just carnage everywhere. And it wasn't lap 1. Maybe it was lap 2. I don't know. There's somebody going, oh, hello. What happened there? Was that a disconnection? Jay? Boom. Nope, that was just power on oversteer and into the wall. Ouch. Well, that had to be frustrating. Now your tires are roasted. So even after all that, you still... Well, because I spun. I was like, how did you catch up to me then? But I also spun. Well, yeah, if Vidal, even though he started from the pits, he would have had to be in that position at the start-finish line. Because the lap chart for SRS only counts you across the start-finish line. So if he was... At the start of the race, he would have been scored in his quali position, which would have been 10th, I guess. And then if he immediately took his drive-through, then he wouldn't have been scored up there, because everybody would have passed him while he pulled into the pits. Had he not jumped the start, he would have come out maybe 5th, or maybe exactly where he would have started. Yeah. And then he dropped. I don't know if he wrecked or just decided that it wasn't worth it after taking the drive-through. Oh yeah, there's a nice battle. What happened to Sean that sent him to the back of the field? I guess we'll see that here. I love the just the color shifted livery. He just took the Wayne Taylor number 10 and just dragged the hue filter to a different color and called it a day. Like, it works. Oh. I'm surprised nobody's running with their lights on. And there's like one other car. I think this is, well, this is more like lap 3. It's a shame Gene didn't join this race. He would have whooped me again. Let's speed this thing up. Whee! Super fast. Ooh, that was ambitious. Nice pass. My goodness. James Leader with the pass. Coming off the national straight. That was good. Whoop! Showing the nose, but can't make the move. Oh, what a bobble. That's what puts you behind Sean. All right. And both on the grass. Oh no. Whoops, wrong way. Well, that just went wrong for everybody. Both off the track, both trying to rejoin. These cameras, man. Seriously. Alright, who is that behind you guys? I'm just gonna watch this. Oh, that's Vince. Alright, I'm just gonna watch it from his chase cam. This is ridiculous. These camera packs at Silverstone are a mess. Yeah. Oh, okay. So, what you gotta do here is that strip of green. Because, like, this happened to me on lap 1. Like, I was all the way out on the runoff. But I rejoined there at that strip of green right there where the pavement kind of, comes back together. But it's grass on the other side. So you guys are both out of shape here. Paul rejoins, but Sean doesn't. Hits the grass again, and it's all over. Well, that's unfortunate. It's a heroic effort. I just can't bring it back, and then that's at least 2 points, maybe 3. So that explains why he was looking the wrong way when I went by. So you've murdered 2 people then, Paul. So patient. Oh my goodness. Look at that grass effect from Shader's Patch. That's awesome. Grass and dirt and junk flying everywhere. I love this thing. ASSETTO CORSA is so great. The modding community is keeping this game new. Alright, so that explains how Sean was behind me. Was it on the... Well, it wouldn't have been the very next lap, because I'm not that far back. Yeah, you gotta rejoin in that little green space, the like green painted pavement, so you can just kind of duck back. The problem is, like, if somebody's on the racing line right there, you can't rejoin because they're in the way. I do not have ACC yet, although I might be receiving it if I do commentary for SRO for their ACC series, which is starting in January. Not sure yet, but we'll see. I may be acquiring ACC. Yeah, what happened here? This was the lap I'm thinking of, I think. So, who's this ahead of me? Will Russell just kind of overcooks it. That was my mind punt. But what happens to this guy in front of us? This, oh, it's Andres. Come on now. When are you gonna catch a break, man? Oh, same deal. Exactly the same problem for Andres. On the paint, overcooked, you know, power on oversteer into the wall. That didn't look too bad. But then trying to recover in the grass. These cars, like, I had the same problem at Sebring. Like, the car's completely stopped, and you just like breathe on the throttle, and it just like day done. It was great. Now instead of losing 3 seconds, I'm losing 10. You see what I mean about the exterior sounds for this car? Like, individually they sound great, but the transition from on throttle to off throttle is just, I don't know, something off-putting. Yeah, just leave room. Just leave room. And don't, like, particularly, I mean, it's bad enough in real life racing, but in sim racing where, you know, if you're too close to somebody, you know, proximity plus netcode lag equals accidents that shouldn't happen. But I mean, that start incident with Emiliano was a bit much. On the apron, on the front straight, like, don't do that. That's one of the things. Just don't do that. Yeah. Yeah, if you're waiting, like, yeah, that's a really good point, Vince. If you're following somebody and you wait to brake until they brake, it's already too late. Because they hit the brakes when you need to brake for the corner. And that means you should also have done that by now. So, like, yeah, if you wait for the guy in front of you to brake, it's already too late. And you're going to hit them. And now that we've almost gotten to this point, we might as well watch the incident with me and Jay. So we can definitively clear his name. In fact, this is sort of the counterpoint to what I was just saying. Because if the guy, like, but it's part of that sort of leave room for people to be dumb. Like, I was dumb on this lap. I braked way earlier than Jay was expecting. And there just wasn't enough room in the world for him to stop in time. I thought he was gonna dive in like inside of me. Not like inside of me. Get your minds out of the gutter, people. But I thought he was gonna dive to the inside because he had a run. But that's the thing, if you're aiming for your breakpoints and ignoring the car in front of you, then you're ignoring the fact that they might do something different. And now you're going full tilt boogie into the corner, and there's, like, you're going to hit them. It's better to brake, like, if you're following somebody, you gotta brake earlier to leave them room to maybe brake earlier, maybe not. But, like, if they're hitting their brake points, you can't just, like, yeah, the exterior sounds on this car are weird. I don't recall the DPs, like, actually sounding. I think this is the lap. Jay gets a huge run on me here. And just, yeah. I want to see what this looked like from his car. And I hit escape. Goodness me. Only the most professional streaming here. I tried to hit F1 and hit escape. Brilliant. Yeah, the accordion effect is real. And, I mean, it's the reason you see accidents on the road. Is people in traffic not leaving room. Put up the pedals ground. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Do I have... Oh, I replaced my... protest view with the commentary view. I can put pedals on this screen. Pedals. It's got to be right in front of my... Oh, that's developer apps. It's got to be right in front of my face here. Here we go. Put it over here. Now I'm going to go inside the car, and then I'm going to go to Jay's car. Actually, I'm going to go back to my car, find the lap that was really long. No, it's not that one. It's this one, maybe? Next one. Yep, it's this one. I'm going to go back to Jay. Yeah, I mean, he's full on the brake. He's doing everything he can, but I mean, that you can see the reaction time. He just goes full on the brake as soon as he realizes that I'm braking. He's just like all feet in, and it's not enough. I mean, that was entirely on me. Because I braked way early, and I was just certain that he had enough of a run that he was going to just jump inside, and instead he just followed me into the corner, and when I braked early, there just wasn't enough room. Oh, that's true, you can add more than 4 presets. Yeah, James, that's the thing. Like, if you're following somebody that closely, you want to brake it. Like, because if you're just mimicking them, if they miss their brake point, they're going to go sailing into the weeds. And if you're mimicking what they're doing, you're going to sail off into the weeds with them. Is there someone else? Oh, because there's somebody right behind him. Also, there's like the echo. When you're in an enclosed space with this car, you get like echo effects. Like at Road America, it's really cool. Like every time you drive under a bridge or down through Canada Corner, there's like super loud echo. And it's just a feature of the car. But yeah, I mean that was just me braking early and because from my point of view, let's go back to... I said I wasn't going to look at this incident, now I'm studying it. From my point of view, he had this huge run on me, and I was like, well, I'm just going to let him go. And then, like, surely he's just going to dive to the inside. I'm going to leave him some room, whatever. And he just runs right into me. He was like, oh, no. By braking early, I surprised him. And there was nothing else for him to do. I tried the head tracking mod, or the, like you're talking about the shaders patch head tracking option. I tried using that, and I found it distracting. Like, I'd probably get used to it, but like when I try to, like as much as I can, even with a single screen, I try to like look ahead, and then I was trying to look ahead, and then the real head tracking thing would like shift the view, and I'm like, nah, I'd end up looking too far. It was super distracting. Oh, you have a different one? Alright, fair enough. Meanwhile, talking to Gene, he's like, oh, I just use hood cam. I'm like, man. There's Chase. What is it? Oh, is it F6 for parts of the car? Yeah, there we go. There's cockpit view, roll bar view. There's roof. Is this roof? No, that's like dashboard. There's the roof cam. How would this have helped me? Let's go back to lap. Oh yeah, that would totally help see that corner. Let's go back to the start. Yeah. Totally doable. Well, actually, I still can't see. Well, this is where I ran wide, so that hardly counts. Let's see here. You run. Oh, I didn't do it right. But you run down to the end of this, and then you have to like jump across at the green. I'm really lucky this guy left me room. Was that Will? Yeah. Really lucky Will saw me trying to rejoin and left me room there. Because if he had been out to the racing line, I would have just clattered right into him because I couldn't see him. And then I would have felt really dumb. Good guy, Will. Yeah, thanks, man. Good guy, Will Russell. Anyway, let's check the results. The replay was mostly me just trying not to kill myself on the track and other people avoiding me. It's not terribly, doesn't make for terribly exciting YouTube. Only one split. Oh well. Congrats Luke Sky and Andrei Kirilov with second, Mathieu Fauché. Third place, Russell, fourth. Well done. Well done. James Leader, fifth. Paul, sixth. Vicente, seventh. Nice. Represent. GT Panama. Don Debian in eighth. Crane, ninth. Videla, 10th. After recovering from that lap 1 incident. Johnny Major, 11th. Andres, 12th. Sean Sebrin relegated to 13th after his spin. 14th, me, just the one incident with Jay. You know, I feel like I got off easy with just a 1 point. Scoring 69 in the championship. Nice. Gabriel, Russell, Abbas, Vidal, and Dominguez rounding out the field of 19. Oh my, what happened there? Oh, that's Sean. Oh, from 6th. Oh dear, what a heartbreak. 6th place down in the back. And there's Daniel Vidal. Whee! Nope. What put Vidal out? Did he spin? Or did he just give up after the drive-through? I never did see that. I suppose I could go back to the replay, but at this point, meh. Anyway, congrats to everybody who did well. I ended up where I started, which honestly is the best result I could have reasonably hoped for. Does that put me finally ahead of Gene? Yes. With 2 races that Gene didn't run in, I finally passed his score. That's what it has taken me to catch up to Gene this season. It's like he skipped 2 races, and that's the advantage I have. 316 to 213. So yeah, he would have to win at Laguna, and I would have to bail. But that's what it takes. Why am I not running the RSS GT1? I have tried the RSS GT1 with Sim Racing Online UK. I entered their first series. I'm doing the commentary for the second season, by the way. It was just one this Saturday. Go catch it on their YouTube channel. I tried the GT1 series when they ran it the first time, and I was, I think, 8 seconds off the pace in free practice. And I was like, this is bad. And then the session started and we got into qualifying, and I was 9 seconds off the pace because everybody else improved in practice. And I'm like, I'm not going to pose a danger to myself and others. I'm just going to start and park. And that's what I did. I started the race, and everybody else like drove away from me. And by the time I got like to the back straight, it was at a weird like India track. Starts with a B. I forget. I'd never driven the track before too, so that didn't help. But like by the time I got to the backstretch, the entire field was out of sight in front of me. I'm like, okay, I'm done. So I just pulled into the pits completely by myself, parked the car, and logged out. I was like, never mind. So that was my Bood. Yes, that's the one. yeah, that's when I decided that GT1 cars are awesome, but my place is in the commentary booth and not on the track, posing a risk to everyone else. The YouTube channel is Sim Racing Online. I can actually show it. I have a vested interest in plugging their stuff. I won't like show the whole thing because obviously that would be dumb, because you want to watch it on their channel so they get the views and not me. But here is the boop. So here's the thing. Oh wait, I'm not showing my whole screen. That's not going to help anybody. Show whole screen. There it is. Ta-da! I'll post the link in chat. Posting the link in chat. Boop. That was from this Saturday at Suzuka. The previous round was at Spa, and the one before that was at Donington. And I did the commentary for all three of those. And I'll be doing it for the series finale at Laguna Seca in 2 weeks. So that'll be good. But yes, the channel is Sim Racing Online. I'll go ahead and... There we go. I will copy the channel link into chat. If you want to join, go to their site. You can sign up. I think you have to like post in the forum and like introduce yourself, and then you join the forum, and then registration for the race, I believe, will be open until pretty much like the day of the race. So like I say, this is the series finale. So if you join now, it'll just kind of be a one-off thing. But they have stuff in pretty much every sim you can think of. They have races running now in R Factor 2. I think they even have an R Factor 1 series running right now. Automobilista, ACC, AC. I think maybe they do Project Cars too, but not as much. But yeah, basically everything. If you like a sim, and particularly if you live in a UK friendly time zone, because it's a UK site, they have something for you. So yeah, really good bunch of drivers as well. I mean, they're miles ahead of me. So yeah, I don't want to sit here on a stream where I'm talking about Sim Racing System and like advertising another league. But if you're gonna make me do it, then yes, Sim Racing Online is a good one to join. And I've been doing the commentary for the races, so that's fun. So I'm gonna definitely plug the other videos where you hear my silly, nerdy voice talking about race cars. But anyway, yeah, really fun. That's a cool gig. Really appreciate them letting me do that, because it's turned into a really fun thing to do. But anyway, in terms of this series, we have the one, our finale is, I think, also at Laguna, right? Yep. So wrestling these cars around Laguna Seca, I mean, they did it in real life, so surely. Look at this. Vince is ahead of me after skipping a race. 11 points ahead of me, running one fewer race than me. That's just, wow. Well done, Vince. But anyway, yeah, that's gonna do it for me, I think, for tonight. I've been running a bunch of Octavia races and recording them, but I haven't been doing them live. So if you want to race against me in the Octavias, you can generally catch me in there at least once here and there. Got my first win after getting a boatload of second places. Got my first win in the Octavias this weekend at New Jersey. Yeah, it's a fun track. I'd never run it before, but it was one of those cool, like, late night, all the really good drivers were already gone. I was like, yay, I can sneak into a race and maybe do okay, and pulled off a win. So yeah, it's my 5th win ever on SRS. So I'm thinking about hopefully getting some time to throw together a highlight video from the Octavia season, because there have been some pretty good races. I just haven't been uploading the full recordings because that's work, Like, uploading the races is too much work. I'm going to put together a highlights video. Wait, that's more work. Genius. I'm a genius. Anyway, it's a fun car. I'm so glad Enrique finally brought the Octavia Cup car to SRS because it's one of my favorite cars that he hasn't used yet. It's one of those great, just like bare bones street touring, front wheel drive, touring cars. The kind of thing that would have run in Street Tune, in IMSA or in the TC America class now. Yeah, this season's almost over. Me versus GTP. I'd like to get into a YouTube challenge where I have at least a tiny chance. At least with Gene, there are some car track combos where we're almost even. So I'm like, I have some hope. Me versus GTP would just be like, and there they go. But yeah, it's been really great having you guys in these races. Like I said before, like with the drivers, y'all do pretty well, and like the team liveries that are like all different but all obviously linked together. I really love the look of like race teams in sim racing because they all have they look like race teams. But yeah, it's been fun. Glad to have you guys around, and the pro sim racing guys as well. I mean, just between the two of you guys, that's like 12 people who join these races every time. So, that's been really fun. So appreciate the support and the competition. And sorry, Jay, for getting in your way. Things happen. But yeah, I think that's going to do it. I've been staying up way too late. I mean, I'm not going to go straight to bed because I'm an idiot, but I need to just, my coherence is waning. So I think I'm going to leave it there. If you enjoyed this, clicky likey, because apparently that makes my videos show up in places, and that's cool. And I like the idea of, showing up in places. Go watch the Sim Racing Online stuff. Join their league if you're interested, because they're really great guys. And I'll see you in whatever the next video is, which may or may not be next Monday, or something in between. Who knows? Thanks, everybody. Where's the button? There's the button. Good night.